Hello everybody! Oh, I practiced this over and over and over, so I do want to do this properly. One moment please. Oh dear me. How can I possibly get that wrong? That's really not fair. And now it's just really playing up. One moment. Because I did this perfectly. 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Real World Magic Live. And here's your host, Edmund, the magical talking duck. I'm sorry, we can't understand you. It's just gonna have to be Neil Trigger after all.
That's what I should have done. That's the way it should have happened. I can't believe I cooked it up. So anyway, hello. Welcome back to Real World Magic, where we make your life more magical. My name's Neil Trigger. I'm going to be your magical host, and not Edmund, the magical talking duck. So let me just bring up what we're going to do today. I can't believe I've cocked it up already. Hey ho, never mind. Right. So I'm going to do the intro, obviously. First of all, I'm just. You're going to like this, because I want to deal, first of all, with the elephant in the room. And there's the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is related to this. Anyone notice something different? I've got 2,000 subscribers! 2,000 flipping subscribers! Yes! I know! 2,000 subscribers! Woo! Go me! So yeah, let's hop on back to the dungeon a second. Yeah, so I was well chuffed with that. I literally only happened about 10 minutes ago, so that's really cool. Whoever you are, the 2,000th subscriber, hello to you, and thank you very much for joining. If you haven't, hey, Mamal Phil's here. I am actually going to go over to the chat right now. It is actually on my schedule, so let's do that right now. Okay, who have we got in today? We've got Chivalrous Tube. Hello to you. Chivalrous Tube is actually one of my subscribers, patrons, whatever you want to call it. One of these chaps. Yeah, so we've got all of my patrons here. They are wonderful, lovely, fantastic people who help me out every single month. And without their support, I wouldn't be able to do this sort of stuff. So thanks for that. Chivalrous Tube has his own channel at, I'm sure he'll probably drop a link in a minute. Tony Dawson Magic is in. Hello to you. We're actually going to be playing a trick. Not playing a trick, but it will be a trick that is going to be played. It has already been recorded. It's a video playing trick. Anyway, let me just get rid of this. Yes, so Tony Dawson did an awesome magic trick. I saw it on YouTube. He hasn't got very many subscribers at the moment, so please do hop on over to his channel. I will drop a link in the description, and I'll show you his channel in a moment. Right, who else have we got? Laura Trigger, hello! She's my gorgeous wife. She's wonderful. She's really supportive. And I'd just like to say thank you ever so much for your help. Mamal Phil is in. I think I've already mentioned you, actually, Mamal Phil. So stop grabbing all the attention. This is my show. Ha! Right, let's move on. We've got some magic news today. And the magic news, we've got quite a lot of it. So obviously we've dealt with the whole 2,000 subscriber thing. But also, it's going to be my birthday next week. Hold on a second. A couple of weeks ago, wasn't that your birthday? Wasn't that when you did the whole Hagrid umbrella unboxing and Newt Scamander unboxing and actually this little webcam up here? Yes, it was. It was my 40th birthday a couple of weeks ago. However, I am going to be having another birthday for this channel. So, I think it deserves one of these.
Happy birthday!
Oh, that's very kind of you. Yes, so it's going to be our 1 year anniversary for Real World Magic, which I think is pretty good and deserves one of these. Yeah. Alright. Or maybe even one of these. Because it is a kid's birthday after all. So, yeah, we've turned 1 and we've got 2,000 subscribers in just under a year. So I'm well impressed. I'm very chuffed and I would love to thank every single one of you. No more iPads. Yeah. No. I guess not. Although I am going to be getting a little, well I have already, I've got a little cake and I went to, what was it, Morrison's yesterday and I picked up a cake and a little candle And my mum's messaging me right now, so I'm just going to take it, actually. Hi, Mum. I'm actually live right now. You're live to the world. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
So I better get going, but I'll give you a call back.
Okay,
Thanks. Bye-bye.
bye.
I thought that would be fun. So that's my mum. Isn't she lovely? I really better turn. I'm going to turn on Do Not Disturb mode. There we go. Right. This has all gone to pot already. Honestly, I've rehearsed the hell out of this thing. So let's do some magic news right now. Okay, over to magic.
Oh, really?
Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Hello. I really don't know what's going on with this right now. I have practiced the hell out of this show, I swear. So I'm sorry about that. Right, let's start again, shall we? So I think we're just about ready to start again with the music. Okay, I really should start from scratch. So the first item on the agenda today is the witch hunters who were denied early release from prison. This is Michael Bear Carson and his wife Susan, who were actually killed 3 witches, or supposed witches, back in the 1980s. These witches had 3 letters in each of their names. So they had a first name, a middle name and a surname, each of which had 6 letters in them, like Johnny Carson or Ronald Reagan. And in fact, those 2 people were on their kill list. They had a kill list. It was like this book, and all these names were in it. And so obviously there's a bit of a problem with that. So back in the 1980s, they killed 3 witches based on an assumption from the Christian Holy Bible that said, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live," and that they took that to mean literally you need to kill them, as opposed to the Jehovah's Witnesses, who just annoy people and try to convert them as opposed to killing them. I would always go for convert rather than kill, because it's less illegal. And so anyway, they have been denied an early release from prison, which I think is probably a good thing. So let's move on. The second item on the agenda is the thieves who stole £4.2 million worth of gold. No, I don't think it was gold. I think it was diamonds and jewellery from Boodles, which is a jeweller's in London. I'm going to drop out the sound because that's annoying me. It's 4.2 million pounds worth of gold, diamonds, jewellery, that sort of stuff from a high street upmarket jeweller in London. And the way that they did this is really cool. They actually took the stuff and they turned it into, wait for it, pebbles. So it's not particularly difficult to do that. It really isn't. However, you would kind of expect that they should be, well, they would have been caught. And I guess they were. So anyway, this week they were jailed. Let's move on to item number 3. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz turns 120 this week. So L. Frank Baum's book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, was published 120 years ago on the 17th of June. So if you don't know the story, I don't know where you've been hiding, but it's basically Dorothy Gale, who is a small town chick from Kansas, a country girl, whose favourite friend is a little yappy dog called Toto. Of course, she calls him Toto, like Master Frodo from Lord of the Rings, except not quite as fun and doesn't have Gollum in it. So I guess it's kind of a cool film, but it's very dated in my opinion. So yeah, it's 120 this week. HBO are going to be showing it, and there's going to be different screenings on different media networks and that sort of stuff as well. But here's an interesting fact for you. The original text is now so old, you can change it, you can download it, you can even publish it yourself, and no one can stop you. So there you go. That is Magic News. Okay. Oh, where are we? Why is this not going on? This is just bonkers now. I'm not impressed. Okay, so yes, new developments. Next week is the birthday of the channel, so I'm going to be celebrating with a cake, a candle, all of that sort of stuff. When I was in Morrison's yesterday and we were all buying all this stuff, we went to the checkout and we put the little badge, it says 1 on it, it's really cute, and the checkout operator kind of had this doughy-eyed expression on her face. It was just like, oh, isn't it cute? It's not a child, yeah. It's a it's a YouTube channel about witchcraft and magic. Cool. So you'll see this t-shirt here. I'm actually making more t-shirts as well. I'm going to be making a YouTube one and that sort of stuff. If you do want to have a look at any of my t-shirts on my website, this is the sort of thing that they look like. This is the King of Farts t-shirt. We've also got a hoodie, which looks like this. We've got a whole load of other stuff as well. So head on over to the website, and I'm sure Chivalrous Tube and my other administrators will probably put my link onto the group chat in a moment. I spelled thieves wrong. Yeah, I probably did, you know. Honestly, the whole thing's just gone to pot at the moment. So, hey ho. Right, we're going to go back to the chat. Can't hear you. Yeah, I know. My wife hopped in and just went, hey, no one can hear you. There was a good reason for that. It's because I pre-recorded everything. And I shouldn't have, frankly. So that's that. Okay. So yeah, in next Wednesday's video, I'm going to be talking about why we seek the fantastic. So it's almost like what the whole point of this channel is. So why do we seek more than we can get? I actually received an email, when was it, on Friday night, I think, basically begging me to give someone superpowers so that they can stop murders going on, which was a very sweet email, and I had to write back basically saying that's not kind of how it works, and don't put yourself up against someone who's got murderous intent. So yeah, that was a thing. Not very pleasant email, really. Very, very sweet, but not very nice. So on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about why we seek the fantastic, why we want more from life. Let me just add a bit more background music to this. No, you know what? That's too loud. Let's go with this. Okay. Laura Trigger's going to test out our birthday cake. Yeah, that'll be cool. Hopefully it won't be too... But yeah, it should be pretty much...
Oh, baby.
Yeah, with any luck. But I am going to be pre-recording that one because it's actually our birthday on the Saturday, and I'm not going to be around on the Saturday, so we're going to be doing the live stream on the Sunday instead. Hopefully you guys can be there for that. That'll be cool. Hello to all 6 of you. I don't know how who's actually appeared. Everything amazing. Hey, you know what? That's cool. Claudio or Claudio, hello. And hello to Lynn. Lynn's popped in as well, so that's awesome. Okay, so this week we're going to be talking all about ghosts, and we've actually got quite a lot of really cool stuff that's kind of in the pipeline at the moment, but I wanted to put this live stream out talking about how to make ghosts, because I know I've done quite a bit of this sort of thing already, and so what I've decided to do is to have a look at what I've done on this channel with regard to making the box of ghosts, which you may or may not have seen already. Hopefully you have seen it, and if you have, let me just do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you a video of myself talking about the box of ghosts, because I am actually going to make some changes to it. So check this out. Over to the website now, the YouTube website, where I've got all my stuff, my channel and all of that sort of thing. This is a video that I recorded quite some time ago now, and it shows how to make a box of ghosts. So I can explain it better than I can possibly explain it, so I'm going to explain it now. Weird. Look how much weight I've lost. Let's just celebrate for a moment and press the play button.
We're going to be making a box of ghosts. I know.
That's a hilarious joke. I don't care what anyone says.
Watch this.
Okay, now here, this is my box of ghosts, and currently it's downstairs, and what I've decided to do is remake it, but remake it for a mobile phone. Here the background is very black. If you shove your hand in, you can see your
So
hand,
this is a box that goes on
yeah,
a bookshelf or...
but because I've lined it with black felt, it doesn't actually show off the full effect. So we're going to amend it a little bit, and if I hop back to the dungeon, let's talk more about that. Okay, so we're going to be making some changes to the box of ghosts, and the whole idea for this came from an image that I saw on Facebook, and unfortunately I don't actually have it right now, but I'm hopefully going to be integrating this into another video. There's a guy called David Gamero, or Gameros, David Gameros, and he is a special effects artist based in New Mexico, and I reached out to him because I saw what he had done with this sculpture, and it was very much like the box of ghosts. So I've got the box of ghosts down here, and hopefully it's not going to be totally invisible against the green screen, because it's quite dark. That's the only problem. So that's the boy. So here is the viewing port, which you can see, and you can put your hand in and all the ghosts sort of appear in front of your hand. There's actually some glass there, which I'm sure you can probably see. So what I'm going to try and do is to effectively create the box of ghosts again. That didn't sound healthy. So I'm going to create the box of ghosts again, but I'm going to do it like a multi-layer, so you can see in through one side, and there's going to be like a little diorama thing maybe, but like a background, like a tunnel, and underneath there's going to be a door that you can put in your own mobile phone, and then linking that with an animation that I'm making of ghosts, which I'm currently doing on my iPad and on Adobe Animate. So putting all of that together, it effectively means that we're going to have a bit of a mobile station, so that you can put your mobile phone in, and then you can have a pet ghost on your desktop, which I think will be really cool. And so I'm going to be working with David on that as a bit of a collaboration. So hopefully you guys will like it. Hopefully you will see some benefit in it. And we're also going to be putting out molds of it eventually as well. And then that's going to go onto the website so that you can buy it if you want to. And we'll ship it out to you as a flat pack. And then you can put it all together. And I think that's going to be really, really awesome. Talking of flat packs, also we're going to be making a cauldron bottle opener. I've got all of the stuff to do that, so pardon me, hopefully we're going to be able to do that sometime this week. So this week is all about ghosts, so let's just go back to the chat one moment and then we'll move on. Cool transitions. What happened to the sarcasm one, because I was on mute when I did. Yeah, sorry. It's a bit like this.
Oh, baby.
But the sarcasm one is like,
Oh, really?
so yeah, I'm sorry about the sound. I actually, what I did, I pre-recorded the news so that I didn't have to just wing it, and so that I didn't constantly have to look at a script. I actually did wing it this time, so hopefully I didn't miss anything. But yeah, that's what the sarcasm one looks like. I've also got some other cool transitions, like this one, which I think is pretty neat. And there's also an explanation one as well for once I've performed the trick, and show you how to then do it. So yeah, I think they look pretty cool. Right, so moving on. So yeah, what I wanted to also mention was the Patreon website. Now the Patreon website, let me just bring that one up right now. Like that. So Patreon is a website in which I can, I can offer benefits to people who sign up to Patreon. So these are my patrons, and they help me out every single month. So it would be really awesome if you wanted to go ahead and support me. So I'm not going to push it too hard, so don't panic. Okay, let's get rid of that one. I'm still getting used to all these transitions, so let's do that. There we go. Right, so yeah, I've showed the ghost box and explained that I have reached out to David. So future videos will also have interviews with other people as well. So that background music, I don't know about you guys, but it's really kind of annoying me, so I thought I'd turn it off. So we're going to be collaborating with David as part of this, so it should be, I think it's going to be really good, because he's going to show how to sculpt certain things. I've already done it a little bit on the Box of Ghosts with sculpting the wood and then doing the painting tutorial afterwards. But I think it would be really neat for him to kind of get involved in it, because he did a lot of sculpting using wood, balsa wood, and painting things and making it look like metal and all that sort of stuff. It's kind of grungy, so it should be really good. Oh, Chivalrous Tube, thank you very much, mate. As a patron, I can confirm it's worthy, and you get to see a lot of cool videos before anyone else. True, you also get to see free video, extra videos that no one else ever sees. And I will be showing a bit of a teaser in just a moment on that. You get merch discount and also behind the scenes posts. Yeah, so I send behind the scenes stuff of my setup. And actually my setup, my wife described this as mission control, because I've got a monitor, another monitor, an iPad Pro, I've got a Stream Deck XL, and then I've got the mixing desk, Blue Yeti microphone, webcam, and an auto cue behind that. So I don't want to show off, but yeah, it's quite a setup at the moment. So if you want to know how I do all of this, even if it's how I do it badly, because pretty much nothing has gone right today. Honestly, I planned this to within an inch of its life, and then it just all went completely wrong. So yeah, I think the next thing I want to do, because this is kind of a ghosty video and it's all about spooky and a bit weird, I want to go over to Tony's video, and we can show Tony's awesome trick, because I saw this on a YouTube video, I think. Well, obviously on a YouTube video, but I think it was on a Facebook post, because I was reaching out to other people to collaborate on this channel, and I said, hey, does anyone do anything to do with magic? So here's a bit of news that maybe should have been in the news section. We've got, I think, 3 different witches right now. We've got 2 different magicians, and we've also got a psychic as well. So hopefully we're going, and paranormal investigators as well. So hopefully we're going to be able to interview some of these people on the channel, and I think that'll be really awesome, and I think it'll be a good opportunity for you guys to sort of throw some questions at them as well. Right, so let's go on and show Tony's trick. Over to the website now, the YouTube website, where I've got all my stuff, my channel and all that sort of thing. This is a video that I recorded quite some time ago now, and it shows how to make a box of ghosts. So I can explain it better than I can possibly explain it, so I'm going to explain it now. Weird. Look how much weight I've lost. Let's just celebrate for a moment and press the play button.
We're going to be making a box of ghosts. I know.
That's a hilarious joke. I don't care what anyone says.
Watch this.
Okay, now here, this is my box of ghosts, and currently it's downstairs. And what I've decided to do is remake it, but remake it for a mobile phone. Here, the background is very black. If you shove your hand in, you can see your
So
hand,
this is a box that goes on
yeah,
a bookshelf or...
But black felt. That's blatantly not Tony's trick, is it? I think I've put it on the wrong one. 1 second, let's try this. Over to the website now, the YouTube website, where I've got all my stuff, my channel, and all of that sort of thing. This is quite some time ago. It's not that one either. No. Oh, I'm going to have to do this on the fly. Sorry, guys. Let's try this. Right then, here we go. On YouTube once again, and this is Tony Dawson. He's a mate of mine that I've recently connected with on YouTube and on Facebook, and he's agreed that we can play this trick all the way through. So I'm going to mute myself so that you can hear him better, and then I'll see you back over at the dungeon in just a moment.
Keep watching. I'm going to tell you a creepy story about superstition.
That's a cool intro.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, just hit the subscribe button. If you're not, let's get into it. I want to tell you a story, and it's a story of superstition. And not just superstition, it's a story of a superstitious man.
Okay,
I know,
that's what it should have
was
done.
lively.
So I'm really sorry, but yeah. So go check out Tony Awesome Dawson. He's absolutely fantastic. He's got loads of really cool stuff online, and honestly, it's worth watching. So a couple of things I didn't mention before, I don't think, was the subscription box, which I'm hopefully planning on doing. I just wondered whether anyone would be interested in getting some illusions and magic related stuff, maybe a t-shirt, maybe not necessarily this one, but similar to this one, in a subscription box. I don't know how much it would cost, I don't know how often I would send them, I don't know whether anyone will be interested, and I don't know whether it's worth anyone's time or effort to actually do it. So if it is, please do let me know down in the chat. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do was a section which I started up back in 1999, I suppose, but I didn't really have any way of sort of conveying the information across. And I sort of started it in earnest back in 2004, I suppose, on YouTube. But it's since gone. I have no idea how to log in or even find those videos anymore. So I am going to have to animate them. What it is something called How to Make an Elephant Disappear, and it's something like 500 different ways of making an elephant disappear. Some of them are a bit stupid. So, for example, when the curtains close around the elephant is fed with magnetic peanuts. It swallows it, then you turn on a giant electromagnet and the elephant sticks to the roof. So it's all silly things like that, but it's all animated as a cartoon. So if that's the sort of thing that you'd be interested in, tell me some ridiculous ways of making an elephant disappear. Trust me, I could probably be more ridiculous than you. So it would be quite interesting just to see what happens and see whether or not you think up different ideas. So, okay, let's move on. So, right, we've done all that. That's cool. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to do in this show, and I don't think I'm going to really be able to, which is a bit of a shame, I did actually ask for some footage of one of our number to turn them into a ghost. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this live, or not live, I'm going to record it and upload it as a recorded video so that you guys can see the whole process of making someone who's ostensibly dead rise up out of their chair and then go down to hell, I guess is kind of the idea. So it should be quite fun, in a slightly sick way, I suppose. Yes, you want one. You want a subscription box. That's awesome. It may just be for you. I don't know. I guess we kind of need to work out whether or not anyone else is going to be interested in this sort of thing. But I would quite like to put something together, mainly because I think no one really does the sort of subscription box that I would want to receive. I've seen things from Accio Box, I've seen things from Loot Crate, Geek Crate, Geek Stop, Hagrid's Hut. There's loads of different ones, but there's nothing really that I've thought, oh, I really want everything in that box. And so I kind of guess the only way of doing this is to have something that I collate myself and I create myself, and that I guess sense check, simply because then you can see all this stuff and you should be able to say, hey, you know what, I would really like everything there. And if I like it, hopefully other people will like it. I have seen some really cool stuff. It's just a case of making sure that I can afford to do it, because the other thing is postage can be very expensive, and I don't just want to price it at £150 for a box, because then no one ever gets any value, and the chances are I'd never sell any, and I'd just be left with some stock. So I don't want to do that. But yeah, it'll be cool to do something like that. So that's cool. It does say on here to plug Chivalrous Tube and Jacob Billett. Jacob Billett is another gold patron. Patrons. So they are really awesome, and honestly you should check all of their stuff out. I'm going to leave links in the description after this video, because I don't think I actually put it in the description of this video this time round. What am I doing with my hands? I don't know. Let's move on. So I'm going to tell you a little story now. So let's move over to the ghost stories. Okay, so this is Story Corner, and the story that I'm going to tell you today is when I was doing ghost tours, and I used to do almost historic ghost tours around a haunted hotel in Plymouth in the southwest of the UK. And we were running a tour one time, and there was a medium or a psychic in one of the rooms giving a talk to all of the guests. So what used to happen is that coachloads of tourists would come down, normally from Wales. I don't know why, but Wales seemed to be the place where most people seem to come from. And they used to come down to this haunted hotel, and we would run workshops for them. We would do Ouija board things, all of that sort of stuff. And it was pretty, I guess, spooky, really. I'm just going to put that one on. I think we'll drop that one out. Yeah. And yeah, so it was kind of all spooky. We used to do pendulum workshops, singing bowl workshops, Ouija boards, seances, all of that sort of stuff. Really kind of creepy. And one time there was a medium giving a talk about the afterlife and that sort of thing, and he was there for about an hour. Anyway, we normally took, the organisers that is, normally took that time to go off and plan the next event, so we would just leave the medium to talk to everyone and we would just go off. Anyway, so I was in the main hall, or the grand hall of this hotel. It was kind of a 16th century hall, and I saw someone sort of sat there in the armchair, and I thought, well, surely he's not going to want to miss this. And so I thought, well, it's probably a good idea that I go and talk to him and just say, you know what, there's a talk going on. So the background music's too loud. All right, fair enough. Let's do that instead. Hopefully that's not too loud. And so I said, okay, well, I don't want you to miss this, so I'm going to just go and talk to you. So I walked around the back of this chair, and the person didn't disappear, but they just weren't there anymore. But one thing that did linger was the smell of his cigar smoke, which I thought was really strange. Not because you couldn't smoke indoors, because back then you could, but I did still think it was a bit odd, because even though you could still smoke indoors, most people chose not to. Most people observed sort of social rules almost. So, and I thought afterwards, yeah, that was really strange. But then I started really freaking out, and I had visions of my own mortality and that sort of thing. And actually, it was almost like a breakdown. It was horrible. And it was almost like a psychic attack. So, have any of you ever had something like that? Let me know in the comments. So that is my story for today. I think we should go back, because I'm starting to get the chills. That was horrible. Okay, yeah, I'm still trying to find all the levels with the background music and that sort of thing, so thanks for letting me know about that, Lynn. I don't... Honestly, this whole live stream, I would probably put it down as not a success. It's not great at the moment. But there we are. So I do also have one more trick to show you. This is a ghost story, and I'm going to need someone's participation in this, so bear with me. But what I also wanted to do is just to sort of show you some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing in the future one last time. So I'm going to try, hopefully, because this did work before, hopefully this is going to work now. This is a new trick that I gave out to my patrons, and it is for patrons only. The explanation is for patrons only, but this is the sort of thing that you get when you're a patron. I'm going to be showing you a magic trick that is going to be available for you guys to see for free. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out by taking a handkerchief. This one is red, and the reason it's red is because green won't appear behind my green screen. It'll just make me invisible. So I'm going to start out with a red silk like this. I'm going to place it into my hand just like this. Oh. And I'm going to show that it is actually an empty fist that I'm placing this handkerchief into. You see, it's empty. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to take this handkerchief, and in this day and age, of course, you can use it as a face mask like this. And then when you're done with it, you have to get rid of it. So you can either put it in a bin, or you can just sort of blow on it like this, and it's gone. So that's the trick. So I think that's a really cool trick. In fact, that was the first ever trick that I ever learned how to do as a magician, and it kills people. Honestly, it floors them every single time. Unless, of course, they know how to do it, which it's certainly a lot more popular now. But the thing that you need to do the trick with it's such a versatile utility that you can use it even for people who know about this thing. I'm not going to give anything more away than that. But for anyone who is a patron, they know how it's done, hopefully, if they've watched the video. And yeah, less said about that, the better. But I am also going to put it on my website. It's going to be available for £3 plus shipping to pretty much anyone who wants one. I've got a whole box of them just there. They're going to stay off camera simply because I don't want to give away anything, but that is the handkerchief. So yeah, I do have a whole load of those things. One more ghost story, and this one is called Heirloom, and it starts with an empty wallet. It's not actually an empty wallet. There is one photograph in here. How did I change my top? That's pre-recorded. See, that's the way the news should have been. It caused a few problems, but you know, technology, and I am learning, so hey ho. I'm going to just show one more time. It is a completely empty wallet, except for one photograph. And what I'm going to do is to ask one person in the chat to name any card. Nothing obvious like an ace, but because there'll be a very good reason for that. So let me tell you a ghost story. While one of you's typing, I'll pick the first one that pops up. Hey Andy Kerslake, hello, how are you doing? And thanks for popping in. So whoever types in the name of a card first, that'd be great. So nothing too obvious though, eh? Make it difficult for me. So the reason that I'm saying this is because in here there's one photograph, and I could say it's of my great uncle Charlie. It's not. Let's say it is though. Let's say it is. 10 of diamonds. Oh, you cheeky little monkey. So, okay, we'll go with 10. Oh, actually, Chivalrous Tube put in 5 of Hearts. I did say I'll go with the first one. Sorry, Andy. 5 of Hearts it is. So I'm going to try and keep this on camera at all times. So if it does dip a little bit like this, hopefully it'll stay on camera. So let's just say that the photograph in here is my great uncle Charlie. It's not, but it could be. And the reason that I got into magic, because people often ask me, hey, how'd you get into magic? And the real answer is actually weirder than this. But let's just pretend that I got into it because I was searching through my attic one day and I found a photograph of my great uncle Charlie. Now, he was a gambler. He was not a very good gambler though. So every time he needed his lucky card to win, he would go all in. He'd throw all of his money on the table and just say, I trust in my lucky card. Now, clearly that's not a great strategy to win at cards, is it? So either he'd win everything or he'd lose everything. More often than not, he'd lose, because let's face it, what's the likelihood of getting the 5 of Hearts? 5 of Hearts? Yes. Let's go with the 5 of Hearts. So, in here, there is one card. Let's say that the 5 of Hearts was Great Uncle Charlie's lucky card. And let's say that he's gambled everything and he needs his 5 of Hearts to win his lucky hand. So he goes all in. He's like, yeah, I'll either lose everything or I'll win everything, but my lucky card, I trust my lucky card because it's lucky, right? Well, the problem with this strategy is that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Now, I need to show both hands are completely empty. And in here, there's one card. Not one card. Yeah. There's one photograph. I should probably do it this way, shouldn't I? One photograph. Oh, the tension is mounting. Now you'll also see just here, there's also a letter. Oh, just going to try and keep that one in shot all the time. Let's turn it around. It's of my Uncle Charlie holding one card, and it is the 6 of Hearts. Now the problem with the 6 of Hearts is that it's not the 5 of Hearts. So let's keep that one over here. I'm trying to do this in reverse, it's quite tricky. And let's take out the letter. It's actually a letter. He wrote it to his wife, Emily. That's her there. And it says, and I'll see if I can show it to the camera. To my dearest Emily, I'm so sorry. I gambled all and lost. I was so close. All I needed to win our fortune was my lucky card to complete my winning hand. But on the final round, the card I received was not what I had expected. It was close, but not close enough. It was of the correct suit, but its value was off by just 1. I have lost everything. Could you ever find it in your heart to forgive me? Forever yours, Charlie. And that is a magical ghost story from the other side. Thank you very much. You know what, Andy? No, your card is not any more difficult at all. And if you want to prove that, shall we prove it? Yeah. In here, in this completely empty wallet, is one card. Sorry, one photograph. No, you know what? I'm not going to. Maybe I'll show you later. Maybe. What the hell? Yeah, I know, it's spooky, isn't it? It is spooky. But yeah. So, that is it for today. That's our ghost one over and done with, sort of. I am going to be recording different ways of making different ghosts. So if that's the sort of thing you want to see, please do like, subscribe, and ding the bell. I do things like this all the time. Normally it's better than this. I've got new technology, so I'm going to blame the technology. I think it's probably me, but I should have done a proper run through. I kind of did, but yeah, so I'm glad you like that trick. I think it deserves one of these.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. Slick. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I also do have another trick that I'm going to be showing you next week. This one isn't for today. So I'm going to take that out and I'm going to make sure that that is fully prepared for next week. So the theme of next week's show, I don't know, should we do voodoo? Yeah. I like this one. So yeah, I think maybe we're going to do some voodoo next week. Interesting fun fact, shortly before I go. My mum should have been in Florida around about lockdown. In fact, she went all the way up to Gatwick Airport and then had to come all the way back because of lockdown and the coronavirus and all that sort of stuff. She probably wouldn't have had a very good time anyway, to be honest. But she was going to be bringing me back like a shrunken head from New Orleans. So unfortunately, we didn't do that. But it would be cool to do some sort of voodoo stuff live on the air. And maybe we could even do some puppetry. So let's see whether we could do some hoodoo or voodoo or magical stuff. So that would be really awesome. So again, thank you ever so much for watching. I know that this is a little bit tighter and hopefully not as waffly. So please do like, subscribe, ding that bell to be notified of future uploads. I'm going to be uploading on Wednesday. It's already scheduled in. So I'll see you then, or you'll see me then. I'm not going to see you because you haven't got a webcam, presumably. And I'm going to be signing off now. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'll see you again next time.
Magical.